When you have almost 50 million views online of last year's Volkswagen commercial, The Force, what do you do to follow it up? You find an amazing dog. So, Bolt, you're starring in the new Volkswagen spot. How did you feel when you first found out that you got the part?
Hey, Bolt. Yeah, how you doing? Great. Good news, man. We're on.
Now, last year's spot was pretty popular. Are you feeling any pressure to perform?
This time we're being invited back inside the mind of another very charming character, and it's a dog.
What we did was use a dog as a metaphor. Dog is, we've all had down years or down times in our lives where we've let ourselves go. So we created a metaphor for that through a dog that sort of let himself get too fat.
Now, you look like you're in pretty good shape. What did they have to do to make you look so fat?
My name is Mark Rappaport, and this is my company called Creature Effects, Inc. No animals are harmed in making of the dog fat suit. We use synthetic fibers every chance we get. We work with the animal rights people as much as we possibly can.
He's almost like a real actor out there. You tell him to move his head down, he moves his head down. You tell him to back up an inch, he backs up an inch. You give him a mark to hit, he hits that mark.
Try to get out. Now back inside. Back up.
This will be Bolt's first commercial. He's a St. Bernard Australian Shepherd mix. And what's really rewarding about working a dog like Bolt is that Bolt just wants something to do. Ouch! Out! Good. It's the Australian Shepherd part of him. He needs a job. He needs to be mentally stimulated. So the act of training is rewarding for him. He has to learn to coordinate himself in the center of the treadmill to make sure that he doesn't get his foot caught, or we're controlling the rate of speed on the treadmill so that it's not going too fast.
He had to convey the entirety of the story. I mean, it was all built around him and his expressions and creating an emotional arc. And so it was challenging in that way because we considered other dogs. Of course, there was Duke and there was a whole bunch of other dogs that we met as well. Hi, Duke. It's Lance Accord calling. I'm director on the Volkswagen project. Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm calling to let you know we're going to have to move on,
Please keep in touch. I think what's incredible about Bolt, he had an extraordinary amount of focus, which is rare even in child actors.
He realizes his life needs to take a turn for the better, so he goes on and he gets himself in shape.
It's about being back and better than ever, which is what the Volkswagen brand is in the United States. I mean, that's kind of why we're doing this, right? Isn't that the story we'd tell?
What was your favorite part of the commercial?
We wanted the Cantina to feel like it's a actual party watching the big game, and people have just seen our commercial, and we imagine that the people in the Cantina are maybe echoing what much of America is thinking at the point, like, where's the Darth kid,
But we didn't want to make it seem like, this is some sort of shot-for-shot remake. This is just the place, and it's now a sports bar,
These guys have been hanging out in the bar. They're still there now, and they're watching the game on game day. So you sort of have a peanut gallery there of people voicing their opinions as to whether or not it was as good this year as it was last year. Because it's very similar to the original scene where the doctor leans over and says, he says he doesn't like you. I don't like you either. Remember, that was that. So in this, it's like, he says he doesn't like it. I like it better. It's better, much better.
Our director, Lance, is wonderful with filmmaking, and he makes everything look beautiful. And what makes him so unique is that when you give him a project, he dives right in and wants to make it as real as possible. So for the Cantina portion, making it look exactly like it did, he went through painstaking steps to make it as identical as he possibly could, So when we walked in, it really did look just like the real Cantina does.
We got actually the original floor plan, and then I went over with Tom Foden, the production designer, how I thought we were going to do the coverage.
And that's when it comes to life, where you're walking around this big room and there's about 50 people dressed like Star Wars. And I got to tell you, as a Star Wars fan, that's pretty cool.
All of this stuff here was done in about 2.5 weeks. It was a lot of long hours.
Tom started out really as an enthusiast. When he was a kid, he talks about how seeing the original Star Wars changed his life.
Everybody else was watching movies and wanting to be Luke Skywalker or wanting to be Han Solo, and I wanted to be the makeup guy who made all those cool monsters.
What are you searching for?
I'm looking to see what color drink Cabe should get, because that's just what we do. It's yellow. It's smaller or larger.
So he created 9 or 12 of our original Cantina characters, and then Lucasfilm provided us with 8 more characters.
If anybody's gonna fight to kind of perpetuate that little Darth idea, it's gonna be the people from the Cantina, from the Star Wars, and definitely Darth Vader.
So, how do you feel about Darth Vader?
Hey, characters, thank you all very much. Have a good long day.
Those guys really nailed it. They're all the care and the detail, and to have the Lucas experts involved was really amazing.
All right, that should do it. Thanks a lot, Bull.